Hi, I'm Christine Comaford, and I'm here to talk about Power Your Tribe. Here's an awesome tool to help you release resistance. Have you ever noticed that what you resist persists? It's true. Why is this? Because think about this. When you're resisting something, what's actually happening? Are you chilling and letting it happen? No. You are pushing against it. You are putting a tremendous amount of energy against preventing it from happening. Resistance actually takes a lot of energy. Resistance is very active. Think about this for a sec. Let's say that you're going to learn some new techniques, some new concepts, and you feel a little confused. You have two paths. You can take the resistance path and get frustrated and angry and dismiss learning and maybe judge it as stupid. You're not going to get anywhere. Or you can be confused. Then you can go to curiosity. What is it that's interesting about this? How am I feeling? You start asking a bunch of questions. Then you become open-minded as you become more curious, and then you get a new perspective, and then you embrace learning. Which path would you like? Which path would you like your team to have? As we move through change scenarios, which is pretty much constant these days, we want to make sure that we give people the tools to be immediately curious instead of resisting, which then will help them ultimately get to the opposite of resistance, which is consent. Now, just a sec. Consent doesn't mean that we're saying something is okay. There are lots of things that are not okay. I'm not saying to condone what's happening. I'm saying consent enables us to just say, this is what is. Consent enables us to just be present with the situation at hand. Then we don't have to put a bunch of energy into resisting it when it's frankly already happening. So when we can consent, it's a maneuver of consciousness. When we can consent, we can then start to shift the experience because we're no longer putting energy into fighting it. Take a second, walk around, or even just right now with me, look around and look at 5 things that you do not agree with, that you would resist. Maybe there's a wall coloring that you don't like. Maybe there's a pile of emails in your inbox and you're resisting that. Maybe you have a meeting coming up with someone that you think is problematic. Look at 5 things in your world that you are resisting. Now, look at those things and say to them, I do not consent to you, meaning it's not okay that this is happening. See how you feel. Do you feel frustrated, angry, scared, mad, sad, irritated? Or do you feel peaceful, powerful, joyful? Probably the former. Now, look at those same exact things. Look at those same exact things. Shake your body out for a second to break your emotional state. Maybe count from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just to break your state. Look at those same things again and say, you're here. I consent to you. Notice how you feel. Here's the thing. The present state that we are resisting is stabilized when we resist it. The desired state, the where we want to get to, we can't get to that when we are clinging tenaciously to the present state that we are resisting. As we start to consent to what is, we can then create the outcome that we want and guide our people there. In a future video, I'm going to go over the outcome frame. You're going to want to use that as soon as you learn how to consent. So for the next week, how about looking at the things that you would normally resist and say, hey, you know what? This is here. Consenter, derived from Latin, Middle English, just means to be present with. So what if we start to just be present with what's happening, which then frees up our energy to envision that glorious future that we want to move toward. Please go to poweryourtribe.com to get a bunch more videos and to pre-order your books, which will enable you then to get 4 webinars where we can hang out together and talk about these techniques, and I can teach you some more tools. You can learn some cool stuff. 42 videos where you can learn more cool tools. Share these with your team. 7 audios, 15 of our proven favorite templates. for using these techniques in sales, marketing, leadership, culture, and then of course a chance to work together one-on-one with me. So please go to poweryourtribe.com, pre-order your copies now, get all those cool bonuses I just mentioned, over $2,000 worth of value. Thanks so much for joining me today. Enjoy consenting instead of resisting.